Hello everyone, welcome to my channel A to Z Nursing Notes. I am Rupinder and today I will be discussing about submitting nursing employment forms to NNAS. For those who are new to my channel, I have already made a video regarding submitting nursing education forms to NNAS and I have posted the link of that video in my description box. So let's continue with it. I have kept all of the slides almost same to the previous video just because all of the things are same with a few of the differences, and I will try to keep this video short and concise. So let's move forward. So as I've already told you in my previous video, you have to download your nursing employment forms from your online NNAS account. Now the number of your nursing employment forms, they will vary depending upon the number of places where you have worked. Alright, so you will download all those forms and you will have to print, sign and date the first page, that is the part A of the nursing employment form of all of the forms which you have downloaded. Okay, now I am showing you the nursing practice or the nursing employment form, and we will be discussing what all things you have to take care while you are submitting your forms to your employer, so that the NNAS evaluator accepts all of the information well. They don't ask for further information. This will help you to improve or enhance your NNAS evaluation process. Now here, as you can see in the instructions, it is written, the following information identifies the applicant to the nursing organization or employer in the jurisdiction where the applicant is or was employed in a nursing role over the past 5 calendar years. Now the past 5, for the past 5 years, and the current year is the first year. So they have mentioned in which order you have to, your employment will be calculated, right? So the current year they will be calculating as a first year. Ensure that the information is correct and then sign and date each form. So you have to, your name is written over here in the declaration, and hereby give my consent to, this is your employer's name, to provide the information asked by NNAS, and then you have to put your signatures in the applicant signature section and do the sign. Alright. Next is part B, employer information, and here they have already mentioned, please provide the following information in English. So you have to make sure that your employer provides the information in the English language, else you will have to get them translated, and the translation cost is all upon you. You will have to pay the translation fee. Alright. Also spell out all names fully, no initials or abbreviations will be accepted. Another thing you have to take care, or you have to tell to your employer, is do not leave any field blank. Mark questions that are not applicable as NA. So you have to tell or request to your employer that if any of the information is not applicable to you, they should not leave it blank. Alright, they have to put it as N/A. In my case, it happened that one of my it was not my employment form, but it was my education form, and the educational institute, it left one of the field blank. So my NNAS form, it was sent back again to be submitted again after completing all of the fields. So make sure that all of the blanks, they are filled. Another thing you have to take care is what we discussed in the previous page, the number of total nursing practice hours worked per year. So you have to mention the nursing practice hours which are mentioned. So in this case, it is like year 1 is the current year, as we have told you here. If they are talking about the year 1, so that is the current year, and then the previous year would be the year 2, the year previous than that would be year 3, and like that. Another important thing, very important thing that you should mention in your cover letter, or you should request to your employer, is to take care to mention the number of in your total practice nursing hours, you have to mention the number of hours worked in the calendar year, not as the hours per week. in my case it happened with me that my employer mentioned like some specified number of hours per week in this the year field, right? So they did not accepted my form. They told me to get it, like to get the hours calculated for the whole of the year, not the week, right? So this is one thing you should make clear with your employer. Moving forward, so this is all to be filled by your employer, and then you have to make sure if you're getting the documents mailed, so this is the mailing address. And if you want that, or if you are requesting your employer to send the documents by courier, make sure that the courier address is different from the mailing address. All right, now a few points. What all documents you have to submit along with this form to your employer? So number one is the cover letter. So the cover letter, it will describe to the employer that you want these forms to be fully completely filled by your employer. Do not leave anything blank. Then another is the copy of resignation letter. In my case, it was I had to submit the resignation letter along with the cover letter. And if your institute demands any fee for the process, so you have to pay that fee. It is as per the organization policy. So in my case it was not there. Now some important tips. It is just like the same like the previous video, but you should keep in mind so that your application process is enhanced. Follow up with your employer about the application. Now if when you submit your application, ask your employer like how long will it take to send the application to the NNAS, and try to follow up with the employer after that specified time period. All right. Another thing is, request the concerned person to fill all the blank information in the form. And if there is something that is not applicable to you, they should mention it as NA instead of leaving it blank. Also, make sure that your employer fills the form in English or French, else the translation cost will be borne by you. Like if the employer sends the forms in some other language to the NNAS, and then NNAS will translate them on your behalf, but you will have to pay $85 per page for the translation. So make sure the information is filled in English. Also, you can request your employer to speed post or courier these forms, but again the fee will have to be given by you. And that's all for now. Thank you.